Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're my new readers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today is November 8th, 2024 at 12:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just keep in mind this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. So I previously recorded this video, but then I felt like there was a lot of negative energy, a lot of darkness. So I'm going to restart the video and see if maybe we can get a more of a lighter understanding, a more of a clear understanding. Yeah, if you have not watched my previous video, I recommend you do so. Let's just begin because I don't even know where to begin. So let's just do that. We're going to use my America Eclipse card and see if we can get some more information. So Spirit Angels tell me, was there anything shady going on? Actually, I feel like this is not the deck to use. Not the deck to use. We're going to use the United States of Tarot. See if maybe that is the card to use. Well, look what cards just fell out. The deck. We have Biden reverse. Biden. He's reverse. Clarified by justice. It seems to me like Biden could do something. And I'm actually going to ask the question. Actually, let's do that. Let's ask that question first. But the question is, you know how Donald Trump and the immunity, how they declared that official act cannot be prosecuted, given basically the president basically king-like powers. The question that we're going to ask is, will Biden exercise the king-like powers? But that's what the card showed. It showed Biden in reverse with the justice card upright. I might say that he might. So let's explore that. Because I was going to ask something entirely different, but let's just go with that first. All right, so Spirit Angels tell me, will Biden exercise his new rights as president, stating that the president is immune from prosecution under official acts only, under presidential official acts? What will Biden do? Will Biden do anything for Kamala Harris and the 2024 presidential election? Will he demand a recount? Will he demand a redo? Will he, what's it called? Will he open up an investigation into the votes that happened with everything that's going on in Texas? People saying they couldn't get their ballots, 15 Democrat votes going missing, 15 to 20 million votes going missing. But then you have Steve Kornacki today saying that, you know, they have high record turnout similar to 2020. Then where are those 20 million votes? Where are they? So Spirit Angels tell me, will Biden exercise his new rights as president underlined by the Supreme Court saying that the president is above the law for official acts? Will Biden exercise that for the 2024 presidential election? And final outcome card. Oh, a lot of darkness. Okay. So I'm going to try to brighten it up. We have the Five of Wands, right? We have institutions, American institutions. We have Rudy Giuliani here and some other like guy, and it looks like they're fighting. There's a lot of fiery energy. There looks like a prison in the background. You have this dark cloud and everything coming in. This is the Five of Wands. And what is this card telling me? It feels like to me, the institutions, as we know, are going to be challenged. Everything that we know in the United States, every functionality, every department is going to struggle. And it feels like you have to fight. You don't have a chance to sit back. It almost feels like either if you sit back, you lose that, or you don't sit back and you fight for it, you could keep it. And that's what it's saying here. It's saying that the Five of Wands is indicating to me that there's a fight coming. We have the Queen of Pentacles. just say no. So as of right now in the past, he's coming out and saying that, Americans need to come together and say, well, the results were legitimate and that, we have to accept the result of the outcome. This is the Queen of Pentacles. And he just says, just say no. This is reverse. He's contemplating that. Because he's saying, well, there's a possibility that I could use it. He's like, I'm thinking about it. I'm not open to saying no to it. I'm not an automatic no. But I'm thinking about it. And that's what it feels like to me. Because underneath the Five of Wands here, we have the Three of Swords. And this is normally the card that means children being ripped away from the family and mass deportation with a full moon. And we have Stephen Miller, I think that's his name is. And we have some like ice, the person with Three of Swords. It falls underneath the wands. Something big is going to happen. Like something major. Like this is like a major event here. And I'm not also saying that about Biden. I'm just saying in general, it feels like there's a major event coming. Something that people wouldn't be shocked about, but something that had occurred before, but looks like it's on its way again. And it looks like another January 6th. It looks like that. So we have the Prince of Swords, which is whatever, Aaron Kushner. I don't think that's his last name. Yeah, I don't think that's his name. Oopsie. But anyway, the top of the card here we have the what's it called? Prince of Pentacles, which is Donald John Trump Jr. holding on. It feels like to me something gets let go. Like something is gone, like something is let go. Right? Almost like an agreement of something major, but then people are upset. So you have the Two of Cups, and that is in the present. Well, that's the future. It's a Two of Cups in agreement. People coming together, and it has to do with the South. Something in the South. There's something here. I just don't know what it is, but there's something in the South here. Oh, I see. Women. Something in the women in the South. So you look here in a woman's dress, you see breakage. It almost feels like she is like a statue. Like her stance, her policies, her understanding, her world is starting to break. And that's what it's telling me here that, like my world has just been shattered. And these are for women in particular who voted for Trump and didn't understand what they did to themselves. That's the realization here. We have the Seven of Cups here. Whatever this guy is, I don't even know his name. But he's the media, like a media influencer. You have many choices. Media coming in the back and make a wish. And the wish is for a lot of Americans right now is Kamala Harris, a woman as a leader, going into the light, moving forward, right? Not going backwards. And you have here votes for women, the High Priestess. I feel like to me, something is going to get reversed. Because we have here, right after the High Priestess card, right? After the many choices, people chose Kamala. We have the White House, almost like something that looks similar to a White House. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is normally the vice presidency. It's reversed, which means that, in this aspect, she will be leaving the vice presidency, which is true. But it almost feels like that's not really the case. And I feel like she is going to be extending to the throne. She's going to be extending into the presidency. And I said this many times before in the channel, if you watch my older videos. I said that even if Kamala Harris does not win the election, she will still become president prior to the new president. And we have here the Hangman. And that goes up above the vice presidency house. And when you have this card here, you have JFK with the American flag reversed. You all know everything about JFK. This is the motorcade. This is the building. Now, something that is so shocking to me that I just realized now, look at this building. Look at that building. Now look at this building. Look at this building. And look at this building. Doesn't that look like the same building from different perspectives? What is it telling me? It's telling me that there's something that's going on in a specific place that when Kamala Harris to the presidency, at the same location where something had occurred before. So it feels like to me that maybe it's talking about the Capitol. And if it's talking about January 6th and that there's going to be another January 6th, it is very possible that this outcome here is saying, hey, listen, the energies of January 6th may be very rebellious. And, when you look at the astrology chart, when you have like the astrology during January 6th, it's the same astrology standpoint as in 2025. So you have to ask yourself, okay, so if another January 6th is going to happen, and you see that you saw that in your cards back in 2021, and you're saying that somebody ascended to the presidency prior to the new president being sworn in, then what is going on here? And I'm thinking that there's two outcomes here. There could be another January 6th, for a day, and Kamala Harris takes over because of the stress and all that. Or the other outcome is the place where the January 6th occurred is where they're going to object certain results based on evidence that they have, and that they could actually reverse their ability to vote for Kamala Harris. I mean, for Donald Trump, and maybe vote for Kamala Harris instead. I don't know exactly what they're going to do because they're going to have to certify the results somehow. And it's possible that the results may not get certified or something gets challenged and it prolongs the process. Now, this could also be indicating to me that there's some sort of death or some sort of resignation. Maybe President Biden stepped down and Kamala Harris takes over. I saw that in the card as well. There are many outcomes. There are many timelines for our future. The question is, what timeline are we on, and where are we most likely to head? Because we have here in the final outcome card, we have the Two of Wands here. This is kind of like the Russia card. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Republican, from California, and you have some sort of Russian bear coming in, right? Now, I'm not saying that, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Russian. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying here is that it's very interesting how there is a bear here in the state of California. But the bear in this aspect is indicating Russia, and it's indicating Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is the Einstein of the Republican Party as a whole, right? The way the Republican Party is in California, it's kind of like the way the nation goes a couple of decades later. So this card is reversed, and what this card is telling me here is telling me that there is something that gets revealed, and it's related to the Republicans and to Donald Trump with Russia. And that could be why someone ascended to the presidency because of everything in the final outcome card. Right? Now, we're going to ask the cards a different question, a different way. We're going to ask them, has Donald Trump been elected president, and will he be sworn in? That's the next question that we're going to ask. Okay, let's ask the card. Has Donald Trump been elected the next U.S. president, the 47th president of the United States? Again, reverses. I don't know what's going on with these reverses. Could we have the final outcome card that clarifies this card? So we have the Five of Cups reversed. And the Five of Cups reversed is showing me Fox News. You know that psychic who went on Fox News? This is the card that she pulled, and she saw a loss for Trump. This card is reversed. This is in the past. The past has already happened, right? It's a victory, not a loss for Trump. Right? We have the Empress card. I mean, the Temperance card, excuse me. In the center, that's the present moment. Imbalance, right? Out of place, out of justice, imperfect, impurity, something wrong, right? That card is in the center here, right? The voters, something just happened with the voters here, and something is wrong. And you have here in the final outcome card, you have the King of Cups. Now, those of you guys who have been with me for a while, I have always said the person who's sitting on the throne with the card upright means that they are the president, or they are going to be the president because they're sitting in the throne. When the card is reversed, that means they're out of power or has been removed from power. This card is reversed. And we're asking right now, is Donald Trump elected the next president of the United States? And this card shows up as a reversal, right? And so, yeah. But it is further clarified by this, the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords here, when it comes to, removing this person from power, which is President Biden and his administration, it is telling me that shady things have gone on. So we're going to ask him further clarify that. So Spirit Angels, tell me, Can you further emphasize or further clarify with one card for the Five of Swords here? You have the we have the Hanged Man here. And the Hanged Man is reverse. And the Hanged Man reverse is showing me that there is a light through the tunnel here. There's something that has been enlightened, something that had awoken people, awoken Democrats. They say, hey, listen, maybe I should go check my ballots. Right? My ballot is not being counted. Something's wrong here. It is telling me that there's some sort of enlightenment. Like people are like, oh, that doesn't seem right. And people have widespread intuition, widespread understanding that something is at fault here. And you have here foreign influence. Now, this card is reversed here, the Two of Wands. This normally means, yeah, the America looking outward. This means the world looking inward, which means that there's some sort of insider plan that that took out the current administration. So we have here the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands reversed normally means when it's upright, the power is being handed over or they're wielding power. This card is reversed, which tells me that they don't wield power. Somebody is not wielding power or should not be wielding power. And you have here the bottom of the card, Tower card. That means a change, an abrupt change, something that a takedown, something that's unexpected, shocking, stuff like that. Now we're going to act, will Donald Trump become president? Spiritual angels, now that we established that Donald Trump won the presidency, was elected, will he become the next president of the United States? That's the key word, become. Will Donald Trump become the next president of the United States? Okay, there's too many cards, but we'll just take them. I'm not going to argue with their deck. We'll just take it. All right, so we have the Four of Cups. Donald Trump ran 4 times. And I said, oh, maybe he's running in 2028. I don't know. He ran in 2000, he ran in 2016, he ran in 2020, ran in 2024. We have the Four of Cups reverse. Something is a mess here, something that has not been handed to him. Because this is in the past here, right? Being handed to him and refusing it or not understanding, not accepting it, or opportunities there presenting him stuff. Because he's sad, he's sitting on the tree, and he's like pondering, like, I'm not going anywhere, am I? This card is telling me here that no, there was an opportunity to give him the presidency. There was an opportunity, but this card is reversed. There was no opportunity. He didn't win it. And again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only. It is telling me here that, the opportunity was a one-term presidency. But the card being up for reverse and saying that there's a cup here giving him another opportunity, another shot, it's reversed. It's telling me there is none. There was none. That's in the past pretense. Look, it's in the past. Not in the present, not in the future. It's in the past, which means the past is the election day. Right? We have the Page of Wands. What is the Page of Wands, right? The Page of Wands here is looking towards something. You see a little bit of a wand. It's pretty empty, right? There's not much to put here, right? You have a lot of sand, a lot of sand dunes. Then you have the stick, which barely has any branches, any leaves, just barely growing, right? What does this mean for Donald Trump? We have the Hermit card here. We have this darkness, but there's a light. There's a light coming here, and you see this here. Look at them. Look at these two people just looking at each other, right? He's looking at this part. He's looking down, looking at away from the light. Look at the way his eyes are. He's going this way, not even looking at it. He's looking straight down. This guy's looking towards this. He's looking towards growth, but looking away from the light. It almost feels like what it is telling me here that, okay, so we have this guy in the Hermit. He's not even looking at the light. He's looking down. And then you have this guy looking at the growth, but the guy across from him is looking at the darkness. What is that telling me here? It's telling me there's something shady going on. Because the fact that there is a guy looking at the pure darkness, but some other dude looking at the pure growth. How is that possible? How can there be growth in darkness? Now, normally there is in normal circumstances, but not when it comes to votes. You cannot grow votes in darkness unless you're doing something else. You have the Ace of Swords. right? Defeating the incumbent, taking the sword and running right through the incumbent, taking him out of power. Right? This is the Page of Wands. Then it's being challenged by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the Nine of Cups. What is the Nine of Cups being indicated to me here? Ignorance. That's the first thing that I always get. Incumbency defeated, ignorance, right? This is the victory card here. This is the outcome, the original backlining. So what is the way this is set up here? We have the what's it called? The cards that are being represented here are like what we see out in the open. This is what we see behind the scenes. Like just for further clarification. We have here underneath the Page of Wands, looking at this growth here, it led to the defeat of the incumbent administration, the incumbent party, which is the Democrats. We have the Hermit looking at pure darkness, pure evilness. And you have this guy who's sitting here saying, I'm being ignorant, almost like he does not care. And what this is telling me here is telling me that he had enough support. He knew going into this election, he had the support. Because why is he going in like New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, New Hampshire, Maine, Illinois? Why was he running up the margins there? Just doesn't make sense. And that's what this key indicating here. So we have this next card that showed up, the Queen of Cups, a woman, right? A woman in power. The card is reversed. He took the woman out with the Ace of Swords, right? She represents the incumbent party. But we have the reverse Four of Swords. Now, what does the reverse Four of Swords mean? It means an end of something, right? It means an end of a political dynasty, an end of a political future. That card is reversed, right? What we are seeing in the open here is not what we see behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, the American people chose her. But out in the open, they did not. Does that make any sense to you? I hope it does. And this is the first time I ever did this spread. I normally do everything based on intuition. I actually like this setup, not going to lie. Now, we have the final outcome card here. We're asking, will Donald Trump be inaugurated? It's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. We're going to further clarify this. I feel like in order for it to be an automatic straight no or some sort of cobbling, it has to have a Tower card in it. So let's take a look. So Spirit Angel tell me, for the Three of Swords, give me one or two cards that represent this card here. Further clarification, will Donald Trump be inaugurated as the next president of the United States? The Tower cards here, so you know, for reference. So the Three of Swords here is being challenged by white supremacy, right? The Hanged Man. That's the card that also represents Donald Trump with the white supremacy. Now you're asking me, why does the card represent white supremacy? Because they used to lynch people back in the day. That card is why it symbolizes white supremacy to me. That is challenging the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords here is telling me betrayal, defeat, was defeated 3 times. It's being challenged by white supremacy, cheating, right? Getting the edge over the other, right? So, for example, the way I'm going to explain is it's a story about what happened in the 1960s. They used to be able to, hang black men and lynch them because a lot of white men found out back in the day that a lot of white women were going towards black men and they loved them. And a lot of those white men viewed the Jim Crow law and lynching as a way to get rid of the competition, get rid of the your opponent, similar to the witch trial. And that is being challenged here by the Hanged Man. And what does that mean to me? It feels like to me there's some sort of elimination here. There's some sort of racism here. But I'm not saying that, there's full-on racism here. I'm sure that's not the only reason why people voted her out. But it is telling me here that there's some sort of elimination. Now we're asking here whether or not Donald Trump will be president of the United States. You have the 10 Swords here. And will he be inaugurated? I don't know. Because it's not giving me a clear and concise information. Tell me what happened, because it tells me, okay, Kamala Harris won behind the scenes, but then didn't look like she won in the front and center in the public. But then you have here in the final outcome card here, you have the Three of Swords here being challenged by the Hanged Man with the reverse Ten of Swords. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you, we have never covered a Kamala Harris presidency and what that would look like for the United States. We always covered what a Donald Trump presidency was going to look like. And I always said I saw the dangers of it. And, I wonder if maybe the reason why I didn't do it was because maybe there wasn't an outcome where Kamala Harris had a long enough presidency. But Trump does, and that's where the damage comes in. I even said this before that around this time, to 2024 to early 2025, is the last we're going to see the good economy, and then it's going to go down the drain. And this was back when, I think, back in 2021, 2020, if a lot of people didn't lose their job during the pandemic, they would surely lose that during the next one. And the next one is coming right around the corner. We're not too far away from it, maybe less than a year left before it actually starts to kick in and stuff like that. We're going to start to see problems in the United States economy, and those who voted the way they did, they're going to regret it big time. But anyway, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that at the time. We are going to ask the same thing for Kamala. I do want to ask one question, though. Spears Scandal, tell me, did Donald Trump actually win the presidency of the United States fair and square? Yes or no? One card. I'm going to need another deck. No, I don't like this deck. I don't like that card. Let's use this. We'll use this. You can just tell me, did Donald Trump actually fair and square win the United States presidential election? Yes or no? I heard no, but no. So what's the bottom card here? We have women. Virgo. This card showed up before. Okay. Now, at first, when you asked the right away tarot deck, it said yeah. It said yes. We have the Chariot card. Now, this is going towards the presidency. This was an automatic card that said yeah. But, and that's the but here, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. That is the card that represents Donald Trump as the King of Pentacles, right? He's reversed here. What is the person underneath the presidency card here? A woman. The Queen of Pentacles. Donald Trump is being represented by the King of Pentacles, a male, being reversed by a woman. Actually, I'm going to redact that. I'm going to redact what I said. Did Donald Trump really win the presidency? No. Because now that I understand it, because at first I said yes because I saw that one Chariot card, and I said, yeah, that's my presidency card. But you look at the placement of the card, because you always have the first card on the left here. You have the one in the center, you have the one on the right. That's the way that my intuition made me do this one. The woman is underneath the presidency, not the male. And this is the card that's been represented Donald Trump in 2020. You have the Page of Swords coming to the light. Coming to the light. I find that really interesting that the words that I'm getting is coming to the light. I find that to be really interesting here. Because when you look at the next results here, right, we have Elon Musk, the king of coins, right? Elon Musk, the king of coins. He is playing with fire here. There's something wrong with fire. Right? This is actually in this placement here, right? Elon Musk. It is being challenged by the Ace of Swords. I feel like there's a facade going on and something gets revealed, and it almost feels like they know he's not going to give this up easily, and the military is involved. Somehow the military is here. The military is here. And it feels like, to me, very well feels like, that there's a clash between veteran versus military. So I wonder if there's something that's going to go happen with the military that picks either off the veterans, or the veterans you go against those who they serve with. That's going to be very interesting to see, because we have here a Wheel of Fortune card. And what do we have in the background? Congress. We have the Taiwanese elephant. We have people building a wheel. And this is the Republican Party. The Republican Party on the Wheel of Fortune. Right? The elephant here. Now that I realize that the elephant is the Republican Party. And we have flowers here. We have, what is this? What is the guy holding? I'm trying to see what that said. Ooh, I don't like that face. That freaked me out. But that's the Democratic Party. That's the Democrats here. They're playing with tarot cards. Okay. And then you have here money coming down, right? Being pushed through. The Democrats are here. They do something. I wonder, because the card is reversed here, I wonder if the Democrats are making a lot of their policies and stances based off of astrology and tarot card readings. I find that to be really interesting. Like, that just showed up randomly in a card. It just makes no sense. What also is noting here, though, the Republican Party is reversed in the Capitol, right? It's reversed here. The Democrat is above the Republicans, right? This is the reverse. The Democrat, really, in that story, won. But the thing is, will they assume the power? That's the question. Because a lot of Democrats, I feel like, they have to play nice, while the Republicans are just actively bringing down democracy. I feel like there's something in play here, something that is major that needs to be told. But you have here the resistance. That card is reversed. I feel like with the Eight of Wands here, because you see a lot of women here, justice, right? People are coming together with somebody. That looks like a cat. But it also looks like an alien. But anyway, besides the point, this is resist. I wonder if there's a faction of the Democratic Party who is resistant to what is about to occur under the Donald Trump presidency. There's some sort of resistant momentum that is building. I talked about it on my channel. The channel is now going to be considered part of the resistance channel, because I saw what it looks like, and it's not pretty. And I'm not going to endorse what's going to happen, And top of the deck here, we have the Moon card. I don't even know what this means. Right, on the top of the pillars. And you have some two black wolves here. Right, and you see the 3 moons and a couple stars. Right, and you see this big windy road, these Roman pillars. They're giving me like something with the Capitol. There's something with the Capitol that there's something crumbling. Yeah, something crumbling. I'm going to actually type in those words for a moment to kind of see what is being said on the pillar, because I haven't keyed. I feel like they're key to what we're talking about here. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so I said there's something crumbling down in the Capitol, and that's what I said. Now I looked up the words. What does paro mean? It means, and I quote, and I'm going back to the translation here in Latin, I hope to prepare. Interesting. Now, if we were to take the word sparrow, right, it means I hope, and power means prepare. Right? I'm seeing the key words here for both. There's some sort of preparation that is undergoing here in the Capitol with the crumbling of the institution. I feel like if they come forward with what they know about the information regarding Kamala Harris and the presidency, I feel like it's going to shatter democracy. Regardless of whether it's Donald Trump being president or Kamala Harris, I feel like regardless of what happens, it's going to shatter democracy. And it's going to shatter a lot of people's worldviews, because they're going to say, wait, such a large margin can be influenced. How can all the votes be changed? And that's what it feels like to me. Or how can the votes be missing nonetheless? It feels like there is an understanding here that, they know that what happened. They know what happened. They know who won. And that's why when Kamala Harris came up on the concession stage, she just felt like the president power. She is the president. And I feel like she was so strong, so energetic, but she was so happy. I wonder if Kamala Harris knows. I wonder if she knows. I wonder. I wonder. Because it feels like to me, with all this going on, it feels like there could be a facade. And I feel like, I know I'm going to sound crazy for this. It feels like I'm seeing a possibility here where the Democrats were on the side of the Republicans. But I'm seeing Mitch McConnell here. I don't know why. But I'm seeing that they remember January 6th. And they know what happened. And they know what would have happened had Trump lost again. I wonder if this was planned to put up a facade to make Americans think that this is the actual outcome. Then come the actual electoral certification of results, it flips. I wonder if this is just to gain enough time for the United States to gain enough time to be able to defend itself against the Donald Trump aggression. I think that's really interesting, the fact that we came to this revelation here. I'm going to actually ask that. And I find that to be really interesting because we have on the bottom of the card, we have fighting, right? Fighting, people pushing off again. I'm going to read on that. I think that's going to be really interesting. I want to do that. I want to do the Kamala Harris thing and what that. Okay, so Spirit Angel, tell me, was the election night a facade that was teamed up by both Democrats and Republicans to say that Donald Trump won the presidency, but to end up going through the electoral certification process and flip it towards Kamala Harris, who is, by your definition, the real winner of the United States presidential election? Is that what we're seeing here? Is that what's happening? Is this a way for the United States to buy themselves some time to go up against this Trump aggression? Is that what was being shown here? Is that what happened? Or did Donald Trump actually do something bad and actually destroy democracy by ruining democracy? Okay, that was a lot of cards. Quick. Final outcome card. Okay, you have 2. Ooh, a lot of women reverse here. Ooh. These are all major arcanas here, and every single one is reversed. I need clarification. Clarify the card for me. Clarify the Empress card. Thank you. Clarify the High Priestess card. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I guess we'll take them. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune card. Thank you. Okay, and the Sun card. I'll clarify the card for the Sun. Okay, there's a challenge here to the Sun. Which is the victor, the reveal. And we have the presidency, the White House, the victor. That's the winner, right here, the winner. Democrats and Republicans coming together. Okay, so the first card that we have here, the first card that majorly popped out was the Empress card. And the Empress card is all about women, but also is about Russia. But this card is having white supremacy card. Which, by the way, these are double major cards. It's also both reverse. I'm going to actually skip this one because I feel like the reading that I'm going to give for this is in the next one. So we're going to see what the next cards show so I can better understand what is showing me in the past. Okay. So the card that came out was the High Priestess card reversed. This is the card that represents Kamala Harris. This is her energy here, right? We have the 9 of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Victory coming in, sweeping in. You have everything on your side. You have everything ready. We have here the King of Swords, right? This illusion, this presidency, right? Then it's being gifted to you by the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like, because the 2 women are reversed here, right? the two women, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is the female. You have the Empress card reversed, which is also a female, and you have the King of Swords here, which is the male, was in being given to him the presidency. And you have the Empress card reversed, with another female being toppled by a male, which is on top of her. Interesting. Now that I understand, and now that seems to be the play point here. It feels like women have to be defeated. That's almost like what it feels like. Because we have here the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, here we go. The Wheel of Fortune card here. This is divine. This is what was supposed to happen. This is what did happen, right? It's reversed. It's being challenged by the Three of Wands here. A lot of you guys who've been with me for a while, you all know that this card represents election night, overseeing the election, right? The winner, the victor. This is what this card represents here. It is kind of like showing me here that it's almost like what we saw wasn't real. It's almost like it was a facade, like I said. I wonder if like what I said is true, because it seems to be showing out in the cards here, showing that like this progression of just men over women being handed the presidency on election night. Then it's showing here that election night, but it's not what happened, but it's on election night. Then we had the final outcome card, which further clarifies the Wheel of Fortune card here, which is the Sun card reversed, which means victory. Donald Trump going to the White House, but Donald Trump is considered the Sun card here because he is a little bit of a child, and he does have this orange hue to him, but also this blonde hair. So there's many reasons why he is representing the Sun card. This card is reversed here. The presidency on election night is not Donald Trump. It's being challenged by Ace of Cups. The voters, American people rejected Trump. And we have the facts here that we have in the bottom of the deck here. We have the presidency. I wonder if this was the plan all along, to fool the people. I wonder, and this is, by the way, this is the top of the deck, over the next card, to fool the people. I wonder if this was the plan all along, to kind of protect democracy by making him think that he won and that his plan went into effect, and then it changes. But I feel like even then, it feels like it is so hard to fathom the possibility of a Republican doing something like this with the Democrats. Doesn't make sense. Something's wrong here is all I'm saying. It's something that just doesn't make sense to me. The understanding here, it's just not logic, if that makes sense. Okay, the last question that we're going to cover in this video, will Kamala Harris be inaugurated? That's the next question that we're going to do. It's kind of the same setup as the prior question. All right, so Spirit Angel Tommy, will Kamala Harris be inaugurated as the next president of the United States? Oh, two cards came out with us. Okay. Show me a card. So this card here is what we see, what we don't see. Actually, we want to flip it because this is what we don't see, this is what we do see. Because Donald Trump had on his side, this is what we saw, this is what we didn't see behind the scenes. This, in the opposite, because Kamala Harris lost, this would be the reverse. So Spirit Angel for the Empress card here and all the cards that are being represented for the Kamala Harris and whether or not she's going to be inaugurated. Can you show me all the cards that is going to be represented here and what we do see out in the open and what we don't see behind the scene? Okay. So this card was reversed. So we'll just leave it as reverse. Actually, you know what? We'll just put it as middle. Challenge, because it came up, but it flipped and then reversed itself upright. So we're going to challenge it with this card. Okay. All right, so now this is what we do see in the open. I mean, excuse me. I'm confusing you, so my apologies. This is what we see in the open. This is what we don't see. There you go. Confusion fixed. Confusion fixed. This is what we see now. Okay. Okay. Now this makes a lot more sense. Okay, so this is what we see, this is what we don't see. We have here the first cut as being represented is the American people voting, submitting their ballots. But what is the cup showing here? It's being pulled out. Like they're saying, oh, well, here's my ballot. Next, next. It feels like to me that the ballots are going in, but they're actually not being counted. Like they're like being thrown out or something to get rid of, being tossed out. Something's going on with that. Now, we have what we don't see, what we do see, right? That's the way I did it. The Knight of Pentacles means that, okay, well, what we saw on election night is that, okay, the election was being handed to President Trump, right? That's what we saw. This is the card that always represents Donald Trump here, the Emperor, the orange hue, right? Handed it to Trump. But that is what we saw on election night. We had the world card reversed. A lot of people in the world were very scared. They were shocked about the outcome of the election. Because underneath the Emperor card here, we have victory, right into victory. We have here the World card being challenged by the Knight of Pentacles. And the World card here being challenged by the Victory card here tells me that this perception, this persona that we're seeing here on election day was not what actually happened. Because the Victory card was on Kamala's side behind the scene, not what's open in the public. We have here, there's an understanding here that Donald Trump will not lead the presidency. There's an understanding here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Cups. I wonder if there's an outcome where Kamala Harris just doesn't challenge it and just lets him become president. I almost like, in a way, to kind of teach Americans what they voted for, right? But even doing that puts America at a high risk. Because we have the Emperor card here, right? This is now what we don't see behind the scenes. This is the President card, right? This is the best card you can get for the presidency besides the Star card and the Chariot. This is the Emperor card here on the top, right? This is what we saw. Hand it over to the next one. The Emperor card is in Kamala Harris's chart with what we think that we don't see. The Nut card is leading towards victory, right? The Emperor card here, being president, going to become president, right? Then we have here many choices, illusions, right? But in the end, it's being challenged by the Queen of Swords, which is the card that represents Kamala Harris. That's the card that challenges this whole row. So it's the only thing that challenges the whole row here. And what this is telling me, because this is the presidency card, right? For Kamala Harris. It was upright when it flipped over. But it came reverse first and then flipped upright. I wonder if the spin of the card when it came out, how down first goes back. Retrograde, so I hope the audio and the clarity is good. Again, come on. So I'm gonna try to finish this as fast as possible. We have the Hierophant card, white supremacy, Christian nationalism, stuff like that. Judgment. There's going to be a judgment being thrown on Trump and the election. The question is, will it come fast enough? But in the end, will she become president? Going back to the past. There has to be something in the past that happened that allowed it to happen. I don't know if there is where a winner became the president after it has been known to the public. So Spirit Angel, will Kamala Harris still have a chance of becoming president in 2025? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. The line of succession. Yeah. Very likely. And the White House. Yeah. Kamala Harris would be president.